The past week to funeral reports abana balode bekalakasa because of water, toilet zijude naye Joe, was it Wednesday? Wednesday abana babaile bekalakasa really for the internship money. Sente zeyongera buli kaseera. Every semester waliwo akwongebwako. Tubuuza lwaki ebizibu ebiri e Makerere solving. Who is in charge of this university? And if you have any comment or suggestion, please write to us. The comments, the contacts are on your screen right now. You are looking at yes.
Solution-wise, since my first year, I've been on a guild council, and then we always sit in sessions.
In what capacity have you sat?
I was a member of parliament for Lumumba constituency.
That's
council constituency.
Okay.
So basically, we always sit in sessions and discuss these matters. And then the only problem we have is that when it comes to be represented at the higher level, the administrative level, the university students are represented by two people, the guild president and his vice.
Okay.
Yes, and when we are voting on matters of policy, we always vote by show of hands. Yeah, you have to make quorum. So if you're represented by two people who are students, and then the whole university council is there, you have to lose every policy. Wow. Remember, you cannot shave a man's beard in his absence. So if they really always pass these policies and there are two people who are sitting and they are in our interests, so basically we cannot arrive at any solution.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
Yes, I would like to talk about the issue of communication. In most cases, it is us, the students, who always have problems, and whenever we want solutions, we channel them through our leaders. But fortunately, when they reach in those top administrative offices, they cannot provide feedback. And I think one of the effective tools of communication is feedback.
I want solutions that are
also,
not violent.
Sometimes I know these problems we are facing are already known to these leaders.
Okay.
Like for example, last semester I had lost my ID. So when the exams were approaching, I went there for ID. I was like, how will I do the exams? So these guys were telling me like, this problem is already known, even the VC know. So you will just use your admission letter. Since then, I've been working with the admission letter everywhere, and I'm a third year.
You need an ID.
Yeah.
Where's the issuing office? For the ID.
The machine is down.
Do they
The
work?
machine is down.
The machine
has been down since last
The
semester.
issuing office also has issues with it because we serve MUPS and Makerere in the same point. Makerere is 40,000 students. MUPS, I think it's half that number. So if 40,000 and half the number of MUPS all come converging here, to use one machine that is already malfunctioning, then it's really not applicable.
I've never been a parent, but I believe
You
when
will
you're
be, don't
parent and you have children, you surely with time you get to know them. You get to know their demands, what they like and what they don't like. And more so, these people, these administrators, they have once been students, all of them. For sure they know what we want and what we do not want. But it just baffles me that sometimes they come up with policies that eventually lead to these strikes. I think what they should do, even most of them are parents, I'm sure by now they know us very well. They know what we want and what we do not want. So they should just act upon that. If they can't do that, let them copy and paste from other universities that are not having strikes.
I don't know how these other universities out there do communicate to their students, but I think these guys are more traveled than many of the students here. There should be copings, how the students get information from the administration. Because you can't tell me you put a notice of F4 like this on a notice board that serves over 20,000 students. You can't put this.
It's too small.
It's too small,
Like
and not
alcohol.
and not everyone will come to read. I don't know how those guys do it, and the administration is communicating very well with their students.
I'd like you to wrap this particular, and we'll get to the next thing. Yes.
So far we have those small denominations. We have student bodies that are formed. These student bodies are trying so hard. Now in our department we have what we call MUJCA, Makerere University Journalism and Communication Students Association.
Right.
So this body, we are trying so, and basically I'm on the executive.
And the
So
Really?
what happens there is student issues are picked from the individuals, then we share them with the head of department. What I would again call as a remedy for reducing strikes in Makerere, basically, some within our colleges and departments, we have different rules that are governing students. Yet when we go outside there, we are all as one.
Someone wrote on Facebook, we asked you about the Makerere question, and there's a very disappointing revelation. Angie Nakaima says, and I would like you guys to correct me, Professor Katunguka, I don't know who he is using Professor Barrier to fight Lubobi and his team. Now that he's not doing what they want, they have used the student and Muwasa strikes to bring him down. And Angie Nakaima summarizes and says, Professor Katunguka is a snake at Makerere University. I don't know who he is.
Maybe I've never heard of
Professor Katunguka is one of the main researchers here. He's a professor. He operates at the Directorate of Graduate Studies.
Okay, I know him.
But he's one guy, if you've not been knowing him, he's one guy that came up and said that Professor Barria's papers were fake. He produced evidence, concrete evidence. It's about 10 pages, if I'm not forgetting. So Angie Nakaima, I don't know who she is, but she could be knowing something. Professor Katunguka wants to put down Barrier, but I don't know of the other part of Professor Roy and that's others. But what I know, there are snakes in this university.
Right, they are mafias.
They are mafias. Because I know of one doctor who was in support of Barrier Mureba to bring him as the acting vice chancellor, and evidence is there. He campaigned for him, he mobilized, but 2 years down the road, he's against him.
Now, if you have a comment, please look at those contacts now. But Barria's tenure has been challenged. I think the university now is looking for a vice chancellor, and we hope they will find him. But I think I'd like to support that too. If he can deliver, let him get time. Let him get time. But otherwise, all of us who have gone through this university know how prestigious it is to have studied at the great Makerere University.
I don't want to reach an extent where I'm shy to say I went to Makerere. I still want to be proud.
Otherwise we are sorry.
Yeah, and of course, the stakeholders have been watching
watching
this show and know. But also, you at home can write to us, minibuzuganda@gmail.com.
Or post your comment on our Facebook page, Minibuzz Uganda, or SMS us on 6565.
We'll be